I'm going to run a payroll. So we're going to go to payroll and pay employees. And we're going to run the monthly one. That will always start when you run the first payroll. So once you run the first payroll, that won't come up again, but we've got everyone set up and going. So payment date is today, because you can't backdate payment dates. You must always run this and file it before or on the payment date. And then we're just going to check that all the information in here is correct and we're happy with it. We can add overtime hours. So she's done 2 hours overtime this month and she's met her KPIs, so she's going to get a bonus. Oops. I'm really happy with the work she's doing. So this will automatically calculate the pension contribution and it will automatically calculate the PAYE and national insurance and that there as well, and the employer's part of it as well. So employer national insurance and the employer pension. This one's set up to do the leave, but I would recommend not using the leave because it just gets overly complicated. If you're going to do all of this, then I think you need either a bookkeeper or a payroll specialist to run the payroll because it just goes quite complex. So that's it. Make sure you're happy with everything and everything's included. Save and close. And when you're happy, you will then post it. This would then normally submit it to HMRC. This is a dummy account, so it's not going to, but we're going to press the button. And then you need to make the payment to Charlotte for that amount there. Also need to download reports. So whatever reports you want to have, you can email the payslips from here as well. So if you click on there, it'll email it to her, but it'll also be in the Xero Me app that Charlotte has on her phone, which we'll cover in another video. I would recommend you need to look and download the P32. This is the report that tells you what needs to be paid to HMRC. So on this report, you have got all the deductions, the income tax, everything. So this pay period is the top one. So we've had income tax of 301, employment allowance claimed, national insurance, that's employers and employees, nothing else. It's then saying that's the total deductions, so that is the amount payable to HMRC. So that needs to be paid to HMRC by the 22nd of the following month. So in this one, we're doing the pay period 6th of April to 5th of May. So most people will do calendar months, so that's the payday for the end of April. That then needs to be paid, that £444.96 will need to be paid by the 22nd of May to HMRC. I'll pop the payment details in the description as well, so you know where to make the payment to. You use that as the reference, followed by 25 for the year, so 25 for the final part of the year, plus 01 for the month, because we're in month 1, month 2, so it'll be 2502, 2503, 2504, just at the end. So that's how that works. And as I said, that has been sent to Charlotte, so she will now have a payslip in her app, and she now knows what she's been paid and what's been deducted. So that's how you run a payroll. If you've got a pension, you then need to do the pension filing. So you'd come to here. There's quite a few different companies. So Nest is one of the most simple ones to use. It's a government-backed scheme, and it all connects with Xero. It will then have here the pension scheme filing details ready for you to download, check and file, but it should all be correct and you just be able to file it. Obviously, I said because this is a demo, not everything can be seen, but it would normally be here and you just click yes and file it away. Let me grab up actually one of mine and I can show you exactly what it looks like. So this hasn't got any sensitive data in, so I'm happy to share it, but this is what it would look like. So it'll all be listed every month, and then there'll be a box over here that says submit, which you click on and it submits. You can also download a PDF copy or a CSV if you want to keep a record of it in your files. It is all on Xero, and you have got, while you've got access to Xero, you'll be able to go back and get it all, but it is nice to download a copy just so you've got it and pop it somewhere on your storage, iCloud or G Drive or wherever, just so you've got a copy of it if you ever do need it. So that is all you need to do with the filings back in the demo company now. So yeah, that's all you need to do. That's all done. If you ever need to check on what's been filed, you can come to here. So these are the RTI filings. And you've also got the HMRC. So you can see all of the payment runs there. Now, because this is a demo company, it's not showing them, but they'd normally all be here. And then you can also see everything that's been filed here as well for each month. But you shouldn't really need to look at those, it'll be fine, but you can just download the P32 from here as well to get that information that you need to pay to HMRC. So all that's left now to do is to make the payments to your employees and make the payment to HMRC. And depending on your pension company, most of them are on direct debits and most of them will just collect the payment, and that's it. That's all you need to do for your payroll.